Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Naheed, back to watch more Stargate SG-1. This is Season 2, Episode 19. I'll look up the name right now. The names aren't spoilers. This isn't like animes or whatnot, you feel me? Last episode was fucking great, by the way. Serpent Song, that was fucking amazing. That was so good, dude. This one is titled One False Step. All right, let's get it going. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate and I love each and every one of you guys. You're just the best. Team Stargate fam, I love y'all. Thank you all for watching with me, man. Hey fam, if y'all know some fam out there that want to watch Stargate with me, bro, just go ahead and get the word out there, man. I feel these views, as much engagement as I get from you guys, I feel like people just don't know about me watching this show, and if they did, people would just flock and I'd get more views and I can keep doing this for a living and all that craziness, you know what I mean? What I want to do forever and ever is do this, Maybe we'll get to another science fiction, who knows? I'm thinking about maybe starting Farscape. I heard a lot of good things about Farscape. All right, y'all. Let's get the show going. You guys know all the announcements. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Uncut early access on Patreon and YouTube memberships. Thank you all. And I love ya. I say it twice because I mean it. You beautiful thing out there, man. Not thing, you beautiful human, you fucking amazing man or woman. You know what I mean? If you a woman looking good, looking sexy, looking hot, as however you are, and if you was a man, hey brother, you looking handsome, you looking great, you killing it this week, you know what I mean? End the week, hey man, if this is, end it off right, y'all, kill it for me. I appreciate y'all, for real. Mama, you want to get out? Go. That shit was great. That last episode was fantastic. They sent in the drone in. The UAV.
Never gets old.
So since I know now it's 38 minutes, that's one thing they clarified in the last episode. That's how long they get. So as far as when they go out and they send out UAVs and shit, they're getting the signal back. Is it because the Stargate is open? What happens when it closes off? There's no way they can get any kind of, What
Come on, Captain. Pull it up.
What is that? I wonder how much billions of dollars was spent on that. Oh, there's life form.
That would confirm the presence of life forms on PJ-2445.
This is amazing. Ooh! Oh! There goes that flight recorder.
Guess that changes the priority of this mission, sir?
Taking a pee real quick again. I know, man. It's I can't help it. Allergies.
I'm not picking up the locating.
Since it is their planet, is it not we who are the aliens?
Yes.
Actually, the word alien refers to anything characteristic of a very different place or culture.
Think we call you alien because you're from Chulak?
Is that thing? It's like bleeding.
Plant life on Earth accounts for more than 80% of our medicinal resources. We should really check it out.
Check it out. Bless.
His allergies is going up.
UAV was dragged in that direction.
He's really good at fucking tracking and you know what I mean? That's his thing. Oh, they live in little huts. They're very primitive. Oh, there they go.
Yeah.
I wonder how they communicate. I mean, they look really I mean, it just looks like a really primitive life form. No modern technology. They're just living. They all walk like that with their arms out. It's like the I forget what's that position called again? The anatomical. I don't know. Forget what it's called.
Try smiling.
Yeah. Okay, they understand smiling. Sometimes a smile just changes everything, doesn't it? That's kind of creepy. They're surrounded.
They just want to see what we feel like.
Hope you're right on this, Daniel. What if you get them sick? That's the one thing, you know, you worry.
It's just a sneeze.
Yeah, bro.
Ryder, how's your hand?
Is he drawing? Like they've accepted him. I think this is a sign of their acceptance.
You gotta wonder what they're talking about in there.
Daniel's doing his best.
A little less evolved than we are.
Well, we don't want to jump to any conclusions. Remember
Yeah.
the dogs.
Oh yeah.
And they did.
To be honest, I've had more successful conversations with dogs.
That's
So?
that's
So
crazy.
they're probably a little less evolved than we are.
Oh, there we go.
It's,
That's not good.
this is nothing to worry about.
You sure?
Of course, I could be wrong.
Yeah, dude. That's what I've been thinking, man. That's one of the reasons why we like still don't go to like that's why we don't like go to
Why don't we
certain cultures that's been like warded off from like all of humanity. They're like sick to themselves because of the sickness we can put on them. I think you guys should go. You guys probably got everybody sick. They can't handle it.
Should we not leave now? Our presence here may make more of them ill.
I was wondering the same thing, Daniel. What if we're causing this?
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's how they should have came in. I mean, I don't know why that's not more protocol for them to do so. Because I mean, they are. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about this from like different aspects of it. I know like there's an answer to all this, but like that's been one of my concerns. Like they go to these different places, you know, worrying about germs coming back. We've seen this before.
Your tests are all clean.
What about them?
They look similar to us, but they are definitely very different.
It's the first time she's been off planet.
I recommend we take one of them back to Earth.
I'd like to stay.
You're probably getting them sick, dude.
We're not making things worse by being here?
No, I think the damage is probably already done.
It's okay.
They're really trusting these, and their facial expressions. There's. Oh, even he's getting.
Are you all right, O'Neill?
I'm fine.
Bro, that's not fine.
You feel an illness?
Got a little headache. I'll be fine.
No, dude, this isn't good. There's something wrong with this planet. Something was introduced. Something has happened. Poor guy, man. He has like no idea what's happening with him.
There are a number of common elements in their blood.
That's not exactly normal, is it?
Not from any anatomy I've learned.
Their hearts in their stomach. What was that? What was that?
What?
Well, it had grown to over 6 feet tall, and when I came up to it, it just shrank back down into the ground. I'm gonna back up again. See if it does it again.
I wonder what is. I'm really curious to see where all this goes. They're always good with their explanations.
Many aliens in nearby villages are ill.
Wow.
Well, maybe you could try coming with something a little bit better than inappropriate sarcasm.
You want sarcasm? Nice to meet you.
He's like saying, "Hey, smile."
She's smiling at me.
He appears to be bothered by the tone you have taken towards each other. As have I.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick around and work on this quarantine thing with Plant Boy here.
Why is he saying so? He's being. There's something wrong with him.
Actually, sir, the surprising thing is it hasn't happened more often. We think it may be because there are so many transplanted humans from Earth and other planets that most of the contagions we carry are already out there.
Yeah.
Well, not in this case.
Unfortunately, there's only so much time and so many resources.
That's what I've been thinking about.
We just can't keep trampling through the galaxy with no regard for the damage that we can do.
Facts.
You said it yourself, Doctor. They are dying.
How do we fix it?
Nothing.
You're videotaping a plant.
Well, I think this might be important.
Well, I think you might be losing what's left of your mind.
I think you're losing what's in your mind.
Basic philosophical difference of opinion on how to handle a crisis.
Oh, please, we have a difference of opinion on just about everything.
Give me an example.
I don't know. Pick something. How about mythology?
Rumors, lies, fairy tales.
You see, what's that got to do with filming a plant? Exactly. What does that mean? I don't know.
There's something this planet is doing to them too.
Getting worse. course.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, they need to leave. But what is causing all this?
How you doing?
I remain unaffected.
Guaul in him.
I will remain. I will keep both of my eyes on the Daniel Jackson.
Thank you.
I really wonder what's happening.
Fine.
Colonel, are you okay?
I'm feeling better, actually.
I think y'all should just leave him alone and send them back.
You know, I know. You know that
I know.
They're
It's
homies.
obvious there's something.
something wrong with us.
They're homies. Ooh, it grew. They're using a little bit of 3D from back in the 90s. What does that stuff do? Oh, that's the stuff that's fucking things up for them. The Jaffa better do, the Goa'uld better do something to the boy. This is a really interesting episode. This is one of those one-off episodes I keep telling y'all about. You know, it's like, it doesn't really, I don't know, we'll see what this does to the overall story, but it's a pretty good one so far, man. It's been a concern of mine with the series, you know, it's like, they were talking about, like, what happens when we go to other planets, especially with, like, what we carry.
Something? Daniel, we can't always expect things to go the way we want them to.
Facts of life.
The way we wrong move, one false step, and a whole fragile world gets wiped out.
What has happened? I am so curious about.
So then when did this start?
Oh, it was probably while I was watching it. Excuse me.
I think he's onto something, maybe.
Give me the tape.
Maybe there's like vibrations from those plants or something. I don't fucking know, dude.
This was under everything that you recorded with the camera. The sound was present the entire time we were on the planet.
Long-term exposure to certain sounds have been documented to cause serious physical side effects. Your headaches, nausea, severe irritability.
So this isn't what's making the aliens sick.
What's keeping them alive.
Wormhole. SG-1 code verified.
Is that Tio?
My condition is improving.
What's that?
Well, I guess Jafar aren't completely impervious after all. You saw them grow?
Indeed. I saw several of them rise. When I approached, they retracted into the ground. As I drew near the organism, I became disoriented. My head was overcome with great pain. Movement became very difficult.
Wow.
That's it. Come on.
I love how they discover shit and figure it out, man. They're just like, okay.
Just amplify the low end and replay it through the speakers. I think I know where you're going.
And they try to get that dude back alive.
Is making that sound?
Sir, it's an alien organism on another planet.
Good point.
Yeah.
Do you remember the way the alien reacted when I tried to do the ultrasound?
Yeah.
That organ that we couldn't identify must be sound sensitive.
Play that in front of him. Let's see what it does to him.
They need the sound to live, but we altered it by harming the organism that makes the sound.
Sounds right.
He's good. It's awesome.
We should get out of here.
Well, don't you want to stay and see if it works?
I have a hunch, and I think we might be in the way.
I mean, if that guy got back up, I remember his face. It must be working, right? Or no?
There. The plants are growing.
I had a feeling that there was some sort of symbiotic relationship between the aliens and the organism. They probably don't even realize it.
Well, how
How did you realize it?
Captain.
How'd you realize? Come on.
I talked to my plants, okay?
Yeah, you know, seeing that we don't have a symbiotic relationship with the plants on our planet, that'd be crazy, bro. Oh, wow, they're blooming. This is really beautiful. All right, good episode. I don't think, you know, it was a good episode. Great episode. I'm not going to complain about it, you know what I mean? Definitely not on the par with the llast episode that I watched, but it was a good episode. Another good one off where, you know, I think what this episode planned to do or helped us, because this, you know, it's been a burning question of mine for the longest time with the series, is like, we go off to these other planets and shit, you know what I mean? But when we go off, like, what happens when we go there and, how do I say this? We don't, like, I mean, first of all, they don't go in there with any suits. Like, the doc, when he came in, she came with a suit, but they just, like, go off into these planets. Like, what happens when we bring something along to them? I'm sure they get medically checked before they go off-world and whatnot, but, like, to think that a simple chemical from your aftershave or anything like that cannot affect the life from another planet, that'd be kind of crazy, man. I mean, again, I'm not that big of a history buff, but I was told, maybe I saw it on TV or whatever the fuck it is, that, you know, for example, when the Europeans came from Europe and they came to the Americas and they met the Indians for the first time, a lot of disease and a lot of different ailments went upon the Native Americans, you know, and it killed off a lot of folks from what I understood. And, you know, certain ones lived, their immune systems, you know, obviously recovered and whatnot, but that happens, you know. I mean, me, from personal experience, I'll never forget when I shipped off to basic training when I was like 19 or I think it was like 20, what did I do? 19 or 20. I shipped off to basic training, and when I got there, like, I got sick. Like, everybody in the barracks was sick that first week or two, you know? And, like, you know, the sergeants, you know, they told us, like, hey, that's like a thing, you know? Like, you know, when we all meet, it's just all these different, you know, how do I say this? Chemicals and ailments from all these different people that are harboring come into one area from, like, far different places off, you know, in the United States, and we all congregate, stay in one area, and when we sleep and we eat, you know, the tendencies for us not to get sick is unheard of, you know? I'm glad that they were able to kind of explain it, you know, and I don't know how they're going to go about it from now on and how they will go to other planets, because, you know, obviously we destroyed the harmony that happened in this planet, but we were able to fix it. That shouldn't be the case all the fucking time, but that happened. You know, even the doctor said it. He was like, to think that we haven't done this yet, it's crazy, you know? So it was really good to see that whole concept kind of being answered, I feel like, in the series right now with this episode. I'm hoping they learn from their mistakes, you know, bring something foreign into another foreign land or bring something foreign back to our land. It can do a lot of, you know, a lot of not so great things to us and them. I really did appreciate Daniel's overall, how do I say this? Daniel cares. I love how he cares. He's like, dude, we just literally decimated a race of people, you know? And he wanted to figure it out, and he did, which is great. I really love that. That was awesome. You know, the one thing I really do enjoy about Team SG, you know, we're just not soldiers going into different worlds. We're explorers. We're almost like a UN for, like, the galaxy, where, you know, we're out there to help people. You know, it's almost like a philanthropic, I'm so bad with my words, mission, you know? Like, obviously there's being so much money thrown into this right here. They said some odd $1 billion, but this is so important in the overall equilibrium of life, of the universe. You know, what they're doing, the work they're doing is so important. And I'm really glad that when we watch this show, they definitely take it from, like, a scientific aspect, like the scientific method is used. They use a lot of real world situations, and they make this story happen within the Stargate. You know, it's just like, what happened? You know, they don't try to, you know, whenever I talk about sci-fi, it's like the comparison to Star Wars. They don't Star Wars the story, you know, like they definitely just go with what is possible if things were happening, if this existed, which I love about the show. I love it. I love how they figure things out, you know. And so another thing Daniel said, he had more easier communication with the dog, which is kind of hilarious. But like, hey man, sometimes it might be that with like primitive species like this. But hey, they were able to figure things out. And how Carter was like, hey, I talked to my plants. My last little tidbit about the whole plant and like our, how do I say this, our symbiosis with the plant life on Earth, you know? Like, fam, like, you genuinely feel better when you're out there with the plants, you know? Especially when, when it's not too, when there's not the bugs in the rainforest. But, like, you know, when you're out in the grass and you have your feet in there, earthing, you know, walking the bare land, being in nature, it definitely does bring out a lot more in humans, you know? Like, we genuinely feel better. I whenever I'm out in nature with my dog and I'm just, like, out there enjoying the sky, the plants, you know, the fresh air, it does something to you, bro. It literally gives you this natural high, you know, natural dopamine rush, best way to put it. It's nice, you know, and like plants need us for carbon dioxide, you know, they need us to exist as well too, you know, the whole thing we learn in you know, school, photosynthesis, the whole, you know, the sun hitting the plants, getting food, giving the oxygen, and then breathing the carbon dioxide in from us. It's a back and forth, and you know, I'm sure it's something like this exists in other planets as well too, you know. Either way, great episode. Thank you all for watching with me. I appreciate you. I love you. It means the world back here that y'all watching for real. It does so much, even with these one-off episodes. Thank you so much. I always leave these reactions telling you, please take care of yourself first and your family. See you on the next one. Peace.